Times the country fried change your life. Need another bite? Goodness, you crave. Order yours today. It's bow time.
Pay for whatever the day brings with up to $500 in 5 minutes or less. Download Dave.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a trip down, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Migraine again. Wrdw works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day. So I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Wrdw.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Huggins Peel.
At Parker's Kitchen, get our new breakfast meal deal. A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, a hot coffee, and a crispy hash brown for just $5.99 at Parker's Kitchen.
Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12, first at 4.
Well, we have a lake wind advisory in effect for your Wednesday. We'll talk more about what conditions you can expect tomorrow and the next 7 days coming up.
But first, a new Aiken County Detention Center program is helping those behind bars overcome opioid addiction. Good afternoon. I'm Meredith Anderson. Thank you for watching News 12 first at 4 on WRDW, now streaming live too on WRDW+. The program helps inmates ahead of their release from the detention center. Your Audrey Dickherber is live in the newsroom. Audrey, you spoke with a woman in that program. How is this helping her and others struggling with addiction?
Well, the recovery program is expanding all through the South Carolina Opioid Recovery Fund, helping people break the cycle of addiction, something they say is needed in Aiken. Since they originally received funding, they have been able to add to their staff, giving more people in the detention center the chance to get help. Since November 20th, they have assisted 44 men and 19 women, and currently have 30 men and 7 women receiving peer support services. It's all to make sure that while they are in custody, they have the tools to overcome addiction and continue to get help once they are released. Major Gowan with the Aiken Detention Center says they released more than 4,000 inmates this year. Only 100 went to the Department of Corrections. So programs like these are important for when they get sent back out into the community.
The more that we can restore those families and get people back being good members of our community, working, paying taxes, and just contributing, that's what we want. And we can't arrest ourselves out of this opioid problem. We have to really seek help and get people the resources to recovery.
The opioid epidemic is impacting many areas across the country, including right here in the CSRA. Coming up on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we'll hear from more people who have a more holistic approach to help in Aiken.
It has taken many lives and destroyed many families. Good to see some forward progress with getting people help. We've got some cold temperatures out there. Let's send things over to your first alert meteorologist, Emily Acton. Emily, how cold is it expected to get?
We do have a pretty chilly evening in store for us, and something else I want to look at is we do have a lake wind advisory out for the day tomorrow. Wind gusts could be up to 30 miles per hour, but going back to those current conditions, what we're seeing now, plenty of sunshine. Finally getting a beautiful afternoon for us here in the CSRA, but we are dropping off. Like you're talking about, Meredith, we're going to see those upper 20s overnight tonight, a very chilly start to our Wednesday, and we have some cold mornings in store. We'll talk more about those temperatures, and I'll have a look at your sky conditions for the next 7 days coming up.
All right, thanks for that. During these colder nights, the city of Augusta has warming centers that have opened. If you want to stay at a center, you'll need to get approval from the Richmond County Sheriff's Office before 5 p.m. Now, anytime after 5, you will still need to give deputies a call. Augusta Transit is providing rides between now and 8 tonight. Pickup will be at the Broad Street Transfer Facility or at the May Park Community Center. You can go to the Augusta Rescue Mission, the Garden City Rescue Mission, or the Salvation Army Center of Hope. We're on your side with a safety alert tonight. There are now more than 100 cases of measles in South Carolina, with 27 new cases in the upstate, all connected to that one outbreak. The South Carolina Department of Public Health says 16 of the cases are from a church in Inman, with 8 of them being from the same home. There are more than 250 people in quarantine now. 16 people are in isolation. If you are exposed, health experts say you should call your doctor before going in to prevent further exposure. Some symptoms include a rash, fever, sore throat, cough, and more. If you are not vaccinated, health experts recommend that you get a vaccine to protect yourself. But if you are vaccinated, they say you do not need to get vaccinated again. Your 12 on Your Side Investigates team received data on school districts with vaccine rates. To reach herd immunity, experts warn more than 95% of people need to be vaccinated. Health experts say Georgia schools are below that at 86%, and South Carolina, well, they're at 91%. Richmond County has the lowest numbers in our area with 84% of kids vaccinated. Columbia County has 89% of kids vaccinated. On our South Carolina side, 92% of kids are vaccinated in Aiken County. In Edgefield County, schools have enough for herd immunity, but just barely, with 96% of kids vaccinated. We do have a breakdown of all the numbers on our website and WRDW app. Another safety alert for you tonight. The Better Business Bureau says if you are not careful this holiday season, you could be sending your money to a fake charity. The BBB says scammers can often take a charity's name and just change a few letters on a website to confuse you. They say you should not rush into making a donation and be wary of charities asking for donations with a gift card or with a wire transfer. The BBB says one red flag could be seeing vague information on the charity. If you become a victim of donating to a fake one, you should report it to the BBB and verify if a website is accurate by going to the BBB's give.org website. It's been more than 5 years since this man on your screen, Stanley Brown, was found dead in his Graniteville home. Now, the Aiken County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in solving his murder. Deputies say Brown was found in a home on Breezy Hill Road on October 20th, 2020. The Sheriff's Office says there's still been no arrests. If you have any information on the case, if you know anything about this, please call the Sheriff's Office. Take a look at your screen. Have you seen any of these missing people? Richmond County deputies say 14-year-old Cesaria Sibbert was last seen on Hall Street off Laney Walker Boulevard yesterday morning around 8:30. They're also looking for 49-year-old Alan Zwinkins, who was last seen on McDade Farm Road off Old Waynesboro Road driving a silver Dodge Caravan on November 28th. Deputies are looking for 16-year-old Trinity Reed, who was last seen yesterday on Coniston Drive near Morgan Road and Meadowbrook Drive. Also, 14-year-old Jeremiah Braswell was last seen at midnight on Deansbridge Road, which might be in the Waynesboro or Good Hope, Georgia areas. They are looking for 16-year-old Savannah Daniels as well, who was last seen on Jonathan Circle near Mac Paget Highway last Thursday. If you know where any of these people are, please call the Sheriff's Office. President Donald Trump is heading to Pennsylvania the moments after a pilot was arrested after he tried turning off engines in the middle of a flight. We hear from him and why he says he did it. Emily?
Looking at those overnight temperatures tonight, cooling off to those upper 20s. We have a cold morning in store for us, and is that going to continue, that trend continue? I'll have your answer coming up.
Time and Tip, brought to you by your First Alert Weather Team.
The News 1226 First Alert Radar Network.
With up to 10 times the resolution of other local radars and technology that can pinpoint right down to your street.
First just got faster.
Water in your bank.
Arthritis pain relief.
The American Heart Association is investing in a healthier future through groundbreaking research, community programs, and education that saves lives. Join us to support more life-saving moments at heart.org/CSRA Heartball.
News 12 is proud to support this year's Heart Ball, chaired by Will Schaefer.
What's under your home can get into your home.
Now, your First Alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, if you have any outdoor plans this afternoon and evening, it's going to be a chilly one for us. We'll see temperatures drop into the 30s by 7 p.m., so have a thicker jacket on if you do have any plans this evening. We'll see the low 30s by 9 p.m., and we'll just continue to drop more than that for your bus stop forecast tomorrow morning. Wake up temperatures right around that 28-degree mark. So you're going to want to bundle up for the start of our Wednesday. Thankfully, plenty of sunshine, and we're actually going to see that 60-degree mark tomorrow afternoon, which we have not seen at all for the month of December. So it's going to be a little bit warm for us for your afternoon. It will be breezy, though, but like I said, good news is plenty of sunshine throughout the rest of the work week. Here's your Wednesday, Thursday afternoon. Clear sky conditions, not tracking any rainfall. Not tracking a lot of cloud cover either. Same can be said for your Friday and Saturday. So beautiful stretch of sky conditions for us as we go throughout the next couple of days. This will lead into our weekend and into our Sunday as well. So much better conditions than what we saw last week. Very minimal rain chances as we go throughout the next 7 days. So we are looking nice and dry. Like I said, drastic difference from what we saw just last week. Those temperatures will remain right around average or even a little bit below average as we go into the week next week. But looking at your Christmas week forecast, those temperatures could be a little bit warmer than average. We'll keep a close eye on that, but I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, thanks for that, Emily. We have an update on a story you might remember from 2023. An off-duty airline pilot was arrested after he tried to turn off the engines of a passenger jet in flight. He was under the influence of psychedelic mushrooms. We're back after this.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
A bad accident.
Well, our wake-up temperatures will be below freezing starting tomorrow at that 28-degree mark. But check it out, your afternoon, we'll see the 60s for us. It's going to feel very comfortable for us, but a little bit windy as we go throughout the day. Wind gusts starting at 9 a.m. up to 15 miles per hour, but we'll peak around 1 to 3 p.m., and that'll be anywhere from 25 to even 30 mile per hour wind gusts. So very breezy for our Wednesday, but otherwise clear skies. We'll get to see the sun again, thankfully so, and we'll see that trend continue as we go throughout the rest of the week. Not quite as windy, but those temperatures will be in those middle 50s, but we'll be back into the 60s for your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Plenty of sunshine, but we do have some cool mornings in store, just kind of sprinkled in there. Again, tomorrow 28, Friday morning 31, and then we'll be back in the upper 20s for the start of next week.
Yikes. All right. Thanks, Emily. This holiday season, you can add managing your kids' technology to your holiday to-do list. A new study by the journal Pediatrics says kids who own phones by the age of 12 can face higher rates of depression, obesity, and lack of sleep. With the holiday break approaching, doctors say now is the time for you to talk with your kids about the screen use that they have while school is out.
You got to have the talk. You got to bring them in as collaborators. What is going to be their sleep times and their wake times? I really want to make sure you get face-to-face contact, and you got to get outside and move. Those are non-negotiable.
Doctors say these conversations are for kids really at any age. If your kid is using a device, they recommend you do it socially, like gaming with friends or a FaceTime conversation, rather than just texting. This afternoon, a local VFW surprising nursing home residents in Augusta. This is video of the VFW 649 doing karaoke and a gift distribution at the Pruitt Nursing Home on Milledgeville Road. They say this is a way to honor veterans at that nursing home.
I think it's all about getting out and visiting, regardless of where they are, whether it's a VA home, a nursing home, a professional health center. Take the time to go out and just say thank you to somebody, spend time with them. A lot of those that are interned or can't move, this is something that all of us can do.
They say they will be doing more events like this throughout the holiday season for the community. On today's Grant Me Hope.
After meeting with Austin, I felt really reassured that we made the right decision. We could kind of focus on recovering while he handled the legal side of things.
The law firm makes me feel like I'm part of their family.
They were very good, professional. The settlement that I received was life-changing.
They took all the pressure off. They said they will handle everything.
I was told, we don't want you to worry about this. We have this for you.
Get Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy.
It's about time.
I had a people care.
Hello, CSRA. This is David Stickney, dealer principal, Augusta Mitsubishi. Last month, we ran our Wishbone Special. That's right, our Wishbone Special. We were able to donate over 70 turkeys to the Golden Harvest Food Bank. This is my wife, Catherine, and I'm David. And from our family to yours, we want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving and a very Merry Christmas. Augusta Mitsubishi, powered by deals, fueled by freedom.
Well, if you have been waiting to get your car washed for the past week, conditions are looking good as we go throughout the next 7 days. Sunny and dry conditions for us. Temperatures will be in the 60s and 50s for us until we start next week. Stick with us. We have more news and weather coming up.
Gold Bond believes
You're watching News 12, first at 4. Continues.
Well, we're tracking windy conditions for your Wednesday. What can we expect for those temperatures? I'll have a look at it coming up.
Augusta is running out of time and options to close a $7 million budget gap, which originally started at $21 million. Thanks for joining us. I'm Zaina Halliburton. The conversation is now shifting to what it'll take to keep city services running next year. City leaders say finding savings may mean rethinking how departments operate, whether work is being duplicated or whether staff is placed where it's needed. Now we're learning what changes are still on the table as the clock winds down. Your City Hood is live in the newsroom for us after speaking to city leaders about a path forward. Sydney.
Well, the mayor has told me multiple times the city cannot tax its way out of a deficit and it cannot cut its way out. So the path forward, according to the mayor, is a combination of the two and a hard look at how Augusta is built to operate. He says that means reviewing every single department in the city, studying whether work is being duplicated and right-sizing staff so services like grass cutting, litter control, and maintenance can be delivered consistently across the city. It's a level of internal review he says the city has never done.
We have a responsibility to have accountability to the voters and making sure that we're just not creating jobs for the sake of creating jobs, that people are actually working in departments and doing things that benefit the city.
Any department directors or any elected officials, if the budget has to be cut more, you'll find a way of doing it while we're retaining your employees. It's just you cut out the waste. And if you look at the end of the year, how much money's being spent that comes across our commission floor, that's everybody trying to expand their budget.
The mayor says an efficiency study is something leaders will have to explore next year. So in the meantime, they still have to have a balanced budget before moving forward on anything. And coming up all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, what some city leaders are saying needs to get cut, what they say needs to stay, and how they say they'll close the gap before the deadline at the end of the year, which by state law, they're required to have a balanced budget by the end of the year.
And that deadline is quickly approaching, and the decision could affect a lot of us in Richmond County. So thank you for staying on top of that, Sydney. More news ahead, but right now we're sending things on over to weather. We have some colder temperatures over the next few days. Your first alert meteorologist, Emily Acton, joining us now. Emily, just how cold are we talking?
It's going to be below freezing for us overnight tonight, 28 our wake-up temperature. So that's about 10 degrees cooler than where we should be this time of year. But good news is we're not tracking any rainfall, so it is going to be chilly for us, but otherwise nice and dry. We will see a very windy Wednesday for us. We have a lake wind advisory in effect throughout the day. That'll expire at 11 p.m. tomorrow night, and that's for wind gusts that could get up to 30 miles per hour. So if you do have any loose decorations, maybe those blow-up inflatable decorations, make sure those are secure tonight before you go to bed, because again, we will see those breezy conditions for your Wednesday, but things are looking calmer as we go throughout the week. We'll talk more about temperatures and those sky conditions coming up.
Thanks, Emily. Accused CEO killer Luigi Mangione. On the WIC program, there are some changes for you when you buy milk in South Carolina. The South Carolina Department of Health says WIC will only pay for store brand milk or the lowest cost milk for those on the program. This does not impact formula. WIC says this is so they can help provide more benefits to families in need. New today, a local pharmacy is closing its doors. The Harlem Pharmacy says due to the increase in insurance reimbursements and increase in pharmacy fees, they're unable to stay open. They say they'll be able to fill prescriptions until December 20th and will transfer your prescriptions to a pharmacy of your choice. This time of year can often be cheerful, but the holidays also can be stressful for some. We're on your side with advice on how you can manage stress.
And it's feeling like the holidays overnight tonight. We're cooling off into those upper 20s, 28 to start off your Wednesday. We'll talk more about temperatures and what you can expect throughout the next 7 days coming up.
Speak now or forever hold it.
Only took 4-hour cough liquid? Unlike Robitussin DM liquid, Delsum 12-hour liquid offers 12 hours of cough relief all day or night. Delsum, cough crisis averted.
Why choose a Sleep Number Smart Sleep Number?
This season is about moments. Moments that shine. Moments that stay with us forever. At Windsor Fine Jewelers, every piece of jewelry is a promise, a celebration, a memory waiting to happen. This holiday, give a gift that tells your story. Give brilliantly, celebrate beautifully. Windsor Fine Jewelers.
When dangerous trees threaten your home or business, take them down with Southern Grind Stump and Tree Removal. Specializing in hazardous trees and limbs, the professionals at Southern Grind will secure, cut, and safely take the trees away. Then grind the stumps down by 8 inches, guaranteed. Southern Grind now uses low-impact equipment to minimize wear on your yard or driveway. Call today and ask about the seasonal special.
Hi, I'm Alexis, and I set them up.
And I'm Cody, and I cut them down.
For more information or to make an appointment, call Southern Grind today.
Yes. All right. Hit me with the checklist, honey.
Luggage?
Check.
Kids? Check! Butler trip check?
Before you leave town, check with the butler. With our complimentary trip check, we'll inspect all your major safety components and parts to ensure your car is running its best. With multiple locations convenient to you, just let the butler do it.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, if you have any outdoor plans this evening, prepare for the cold. We will be in the 30s by 7 p.m. So after the sun sets, those temperatures will drop quickly, and we'll see the low 30s for us by 9 p.m. And overnight tonight, we'll cool off even more into those upper 20s for your out the door forecast tomorrow. So make sure that you bundle up as you head out to work or school. 28. Pretty chilly out there, but good news is we'll warm up to right around 60 tomorrow afternoon, and we have not been this warm in a while, since at least the whole month of December so far, and we'll have those sunny sky conditions to go along with it. Beautiful Wednesday in store. Very breezy day, though, Here's what we're looking at for the next couple of days. Plenty of sunshine for us. Here's Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday. Really just a copy and paste forecast. Great sky conditions for us. Temperatures will fluctuate a little bit, but overall, nice and dry throughout the next 7 days. We're really not tracking any rainfall for us. So this is a drastic difference from what we saw last week, and thankfully so. We definitely want to see the sunshine for us. But like I said, temperatures will fluctuate a little bit. Once we get into the start of next week, that 6 to 10 day outlook, we are looking below average again, so we'll be back in those low 50s for us going throughout next week. But once we get to the end of the week and going into our Christmas week for us, temperatures are looking to be a little bit warmer than average. So something we'll continue to keep an eye on, but I'll have a look at the next 7 days coming up.
Thanks for that, Emily. This time of year can be filled with joy and fun, but this season can also create tension and exhaustion. And today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has more from a licensed therapist on how to handle holiday stress.
If the most wonderful time of the year is feeling a bit stressful, you're not alone.
It can be joyful, and it can also be too much and overwhelming.
Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says accepting that you can have conflicting feelings can help you manage the stress. The next step, figuring out the root cause.
Is it not having enough time? Is it overcommitting? Is it financial strain? Is it boundaries? Recognize what it is so then you can figure out what to do about it.
Then Baumstein says to set realistic expectations for yourself. It's okay to say no to that holiday party you don't have time for. Save your yeses for the things that matter most. And be mindful of yourself. Prioritize you time.
So if it means you're going to have your morning cup of coffee by yourself, do that.
And finally, this hectic holiday season, not only ask for help, but accept it.
If we want things to be lighter, if we want things to be easier, we also have to give ourselves permission to delegate, to ask other people to help us carry the weight of things.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
She says in chaotic times, it's important to slow down. She says despite messages that we should be doing more, give yourself permission to do less. That can help alleviate the stress. Happening now, the Salvation Army of Augusta says it needs your help making sure every kid has a gift this holiday season. You can help donate to older children who are often the last to be adopted or the first to be overlooked through the Forgotten Angel tags at all Angel Tree locations. Items like toys, clothes, and other essentials are needed. Coming up tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock, I spoke with the Salvation Army about how you can help as the deadline to return gifts has now been extended. This week, there will be some activities for you and your family to enjoy. You may want to pull out your phone and scan the code on your screen. It takes you to a full list of events. Tomorrow's the Grace United Methodist Church's Return to Bethlehem event. It'll be from 6 to 8 on Georgia Avenue. And from Thursday until Sunday, the annual Singing Christmas Tree will be at the Abilene Baptist Church in Martinez. Again, for a full list, you can scan this code or just head to wrdw.com. A new study shows more Americans are paying their bills late. We're on your side with advice on how you can save money and prevent late bill payments.
And we have a cold overnight in store for us. Temperatures cooling off into those upper 20s. What can we expect for the next 7 days? I'll have a look at your forecast coming up.
When you come to the Hall Claw Group, you're not...
Here's a look at your Super 7 day. Tomorrow morning, wake up temperatures below freezing. We'll hit 28 for the start of your Wednesday, warming up into the 60s for your afternoon. Good news is plenty of sunshine for us, so it'll feel a little bit better as we go throughout our Wednesday, but breezy conditions will be in play starting at 9 a.m. Wind gusts could be up to 15, and we could see up to 25 by 1 p.m. and peaking around 4 p.m. at 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So if you do have any Christmas decorations, maybe those blow-up inflatables, make sure that they are secure, as we will see those breezy conditions throughout your Wednesday. Things are looking a little bit cooler for our Thursday for the afternoon, but a warmer start to the morning, upper 30s, which is where we should be this time of year. We'll see those 60s return, though, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we have a nice little stretch for us here, but the cold will return next week. Check out Monday's high temperature of 48.
Thanks, Emily. More Americans are starting to pay bills late, according to a new Lending Tree study. And as Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator reporter Rachel DePompa takes a look at the data and finds out what you can do if your bills are growing.
A new Lending Tree survey finds 48% of Americans paid a bill late in the last year, and 30% tell the company they feel less able to afford their monthly bills than a year ago. Matt Schultz with Lending Tree says so many people's budgets are really tight right now, and even in good times, people's financial margin for error is really small.
It's so important for people to kind of be ready for whatever comes, and one of the best things that you can do is to just get your financial foundation as stable as you can by building that emergency fund, knocking down debt to the degree that you can.
Schultz says tough times require sacrifice that could be canceling a subscription service for a while, or selling things of value, or getting a second job. He says it's all about giving yourself as much financial wiggle room as you can.
A good budget is a living, breathing document that represents what your priorities are. And when you have a good, up-to-date budget, it gives you a little bit of flexibility and makes it a little bit easier for you to adjust when things happen out of the blue.
Schultz says it's really important for you to understand you have more power over your money than you think. If you are struggling to pay a bill, or you think you may not be able to make that minimum payment next month, he says the sooner that you can call that lender or creditor and tell them your situation, the better off you'll be. So many companies have a hardship program, and you won't know unless you ask. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
And thanks for that advice, Rachel. Certainly none of us want to pay bills late because they usually cost more when you have to pay late. Thanks for that. Here at home, if you're in need of a job, this Thursday, the Columbia County School District is hosting a career fair. The district says this is for their special education department, where you would work with kids with special needs. You'll be able to do on-site interviews as well. This will be from 5:30 until 7 at the Support Department Complex on Riverwatch Parkway in Evans.
It's all good.
Trees year after year. I know I have a lot of friends, that like to do different themes. Last week I was at the Children's Hospital, Emily, and they had 7 different trees with different themes.
Yes.
But I always love to see how everyone decides to do it.
This one is kind of my speed, just lights. They don't have anything else going for it, and honestly, I like that. I think it's simple. I think it's pretty. That's kind of my vibe.
I agree with you, and I feel like for this, it's about the size, too. The size of the tree, right? Like, no one has this in their home, but hey, you can do it there at the Capitol.
Yeah, beautiful tree there, so it gets you feeling like the Christmas spirit for us. And hey, it's starting to feel like it a little bit. We've had some cold mornings for us. Thankfully, dry conditions throughout the rest of our evening, and really throughout the rest of our work week. So we have a good forecast in store. If you want to get your car washed any day this week, it's going to be a good time to do that. But we'll check out your Wednesday temperatures. We'll reach the 60s. We'll only hit those middle 50s for us for our Thursday, but otherwise nice and dry conditions. And that's going to last, like I said, throughout the rest of the work week. Once we get into our weekend, plenty of sunshine, 64 for your high temperature Saturday and again Sunday. We'll see a little bit of cloud cover build in for the end of our weekend, but drastic temperature change from our weekend into the start of next week. 48 for our high temperature Monday, pretty similar to what we saw yesterday. So we're kind of keeping those colder Mondays going. But once we get into the middle of next week, those temperatures will still stay a little bit chilly, but things on the long range are looking a little bit warmer. But Zaina, I'm just happy that we're not tracking rainfall this week.
I think a lot of us are. Thanks, Emily. We're back on News 12 Live at 5.
Hi, I'm Deborah Alfarone. Spring storms are ravaging the South.
The all-new local news live streaming app. Search LNL. Always streaming, always free. First Alert Weather, where accuracy matters, keeping you alert during severe weather and helping you plan your day. We put our money where our forecast is. Each weekday, our forecasted high is within 3 degrees of the actual high. A local charity gets money in the bank. By being 100% accurate for a full month, over $1,000 went to a single charity. No other Augusta station is on your side the way we are, keeping you ready for anything and putting our accuracy to work.
The First Alert Weather 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by Tub Doctor. If your basement walls